Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. While you sleep tonight, your world is rearranging itself to bring you everything you've ever desired. Not because of luck, not because of chance, but because of what you believe in the quiet of your mind. You don't need to chase the lottery, you need to become the one who wins it. The winning version of you already exists, waiting for you to accept it. As you drift to sleep, your thoughts become the architects of your reality. The feeling you carry into sleep is the seed you plant in the infinite garden of creation. If you fall asleep feeling rich, you are instructing your subconscious to reorganize your outer world to reflect that richness. If you drift into sleep feeling desperate or unworthy, you're watering the weeds instead of the flowers. The key is not the ticket. The key is the state of being that already owns the prize. When you imagine yourself checking the winning numbers, don't think of it as a fantasy. Feel it as done. Feel the pulse of excitement in your chest, the disbelief melting into joy, the overwhelming gratitude that floods your entire being. Then let that feeling cradle you to sleep. You see, your mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. It accepts the command you give it, especially in that sacred space between waking and sleeping. In that twilight moment, your conscious mind surrenders, and your subconscious becomes the fertile soil for creation. That's the moment you impress your wish upon the universe. Tonight, as you lie in bed, don't replay the worries of the day. Don't argue for your limitations. Instead, step into the version of yourself who has already received everything they once dreamed of. Picture the lifestyle, the freedom, the security, the joy of sharing your blessings. Let it feel so real that you smile in the dark, because deep down you know it's already yours. You win the lottery not by waiting for numbers to align, but by aligning your inner state with abundance itself. You become magnetic to wealth, to opportunity, to miracles. The world cannot help but deliver to you the reflection of your dominant belief. So tonight, as you close your eyes, whisper softly to yourself, not "I want to win," but "I have won." Fall asleep as the winner. Wake up in that vibration. Carry it into your day. The outer world will eventually conform. Because reality is only the shadow cast by the light of your imagination. And once you've seen yourself as the one who wins while you sleep, nothing can stop it from unfolding in your waking life. When you truly understand that everything begins within you, the entire concept of winning the lottery transforms. It stops being about a ticket, a draw, or a set of numbers. It becomes a mirror reflecting the wealth of your imagination. The world outside is nothing more than the echo of what you consistently feel and assume within yourself. If your inner conversations are rich, grateful, and abundant, then the outer world has no choice but to bring those reflections into form. There is no power outside your own consciousness. No force of luck, no twist of fate, no arbitrary chance controls your experience. You are the one writing the script, moment by moment, thought by thought, feeling by feeling. To win while you sleep means to surrender to that creative authority and let your imagination go to work for you when your conscious mind rests. The most effortless creation happens in that state of stillness, where your thoughts slow, your resistance fades, and your imagination becomes alive and vivid. When you lie down tonight, let go of the notion of hoping or wishing. Hope implies that you do not yet have it. Wishing implies distance between you and your desire. You must close that gap. You must sleep in the feeling that it is already done. If you wish to win the lottery, Then you must sleep as the one who has already received the fortune. Imagine what that version of you feels like: free, relieved, empowered, generous. Feel that version breathing through you. Let that energy be your lullaby. As you relax, let your imagination construct the scene. Perhaps you're sitting with your family, showing them the winning ticket. Maybe you're in your new home, the one you bought effortlessly with your winnings. You could be traveling, donating, celebrating, living with ease. See the details, the colors, the light, the sounds around you. Don't watch it as an outsider. Participate in it as if it's happening right now. Feel the chair beneath you, the phone in your hand as you share the news, the heartbeat of excitement running through your chest. The more real it feels, the deeper it imprints on your subconscious. You don't have to force belief, you only need to persist in the feeling. Imagination, when sustained, always hardens into fact. The subconscious mind doesn't argue. It doesn't analyze whether something is possible or logical. It simply accepts what it is impressed with. That's why children manifest so easily. They imagine without doubt. They play in worlds unseen, and the unseen quickly becomes seen. Adults, on the other hand, build walls of reason, and those walls keep miracles out. The wealth you seek already exists within you, waiting for your recognition. The universe doesn't hold your abundance hostage. It's not waiting for perfect timing or special alignment. It's waiting for your assumption. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, the universe reorganizes itself to match that vibration. It's like tuning a radio. You cannot hear the station of wealth while tuned to the frequency of lack. You must shift inwardly first, and then the music changes. Every night before sleep, you're offered a sacred opportunity to tune yourself to the life you desire. It's not just about repeating affirmations, but embodying them. Saying, I am wealthy, means little if your heart feels poor. The feeling is the secret. Words are only powerful when they carry emotional conviction. When you say, I am abundant, feel what that means. Feel the ease, the peace, the joy of knowing that everything you desire is already taken care of. Let that emotion saturate your body. As you drift between wakefulness and sleep, imagine money flowing effortlessly into your life. Visualize unexpected blessings, open doors, opportunities that appear as if by magic. See your bank account growing, your life expanding. But more importantly, feel the gratitude that comes with it. Gratitude is the bridge between imagination and reality. When you feel thankful for something not yet visible, you are declaring that it already exists in another dimension. And that declaration brings it into this one. The law of life is reflection. The outer mirrors the inner. You can't experience wealth externally while feeling lack internally. You can't experience luck externally while assuming yourself unlucky. The world bends to your inner conviction. Every event, every encounter, every coincidence is a reflection of your state of being. Change your state, and the entire script changes. Sleep is the workshop of creation. When you sleep, your conscious guard drops, and the subconscious takes command. Whatever mood, feeling, or belief you carry into sleep is magnified and expressed in your waking world. That's why worrying before bed is so destructive. You're planting seeds of anxiety that bloom as problems. But when you sleep in faith, in joy, in certainty, you're planting seeds of abundance that blossom into miracles. Tonight, before you drift off, take a few moments to quiet your mind. Breathe slowly and deeply. Let the noise of the day fade into the background. See yourself as already victorious, already blessed, already living the life you once only dreamed of. Feel it so deeply that you lose track of where imagination ends and reality begins. That moment of fusion is the doorway to manifestation. When you wake in the morning, don't rush into doubt. Stay in the vibration of gratitude. Don't think it hasn't happened yet. Think it is happening now. Your outer senses may not yet see the evidence, but the unseen is already in motion. The universe is aligning the people, places, and circumstances necessary to fulfill what you have accepted as true. Trust the process. Faith is not hoping something will happen, it's knowing it already has. Every thought repeated with feeling becomes a command. Every mental image impressed upon the subconscious becomes a pattern that life must obey. So be careful what you dwell upon. If you think of debt, struggle, or loss, you're creating more of it. If you think of success, ease, and wealth, you're calling those experiences toward you. You are always winning a lottery, either of abundance or of limitation, depending on where your attention rests. Imagine two people buying the same lottery ticket. One does it with a sense of lack, hoping it will save them. The other does it from a state of abundance, already feeling fortunate, already knowing that wealth flows to them. Even before the results are announced, the second person has already won internally. That feeling, that assumption, will eventually find its reflection, whether through that ticket or through another channel. The means may differ, but the result is the same. Wealth responds to the vibration of wealth. To win while you sleep is to realize that sleep itself is not idleness. It's creation in silence. It's the time when your inner movie becomes the blueprint of your tomorrow. The mind never stops creating. When the body rests, the imagination continues to weave realities, forming tomorrow's events out of tonight's emotions. What you feel as you fall asleep is far more powerful than what you say during the day. The night is when the seeds of reality are sown. We've been taught to believe that effort alone creates success, that we must grind, struggle, and fight for what we want. But true creation is effortless. The seed doesn't strain to grow. It simply knows its nature. The sun doesn't work to shine. It just is. Likewise, your desires don't require struggle. They require alignment. When your inner world matches what you seek, the outer world delivers it naturally. So if you desire to win, don't chase after winning. Rest in the consciousness of already being the winner. Feel what it's like to live from that state. See yourself paying off debts, supporting others, traveling, investing, creating, living without worry. Feel the relief that floods through your heart, the laughter that comes easily, the deep peace of knowing that your abundance is permanent. Let those feelings be the lullaby that carries you into sleep. And when doubts arise, as they sometimes will, do not fight them. Simply return to the feeling. Doubt has no power unless you give it attention. You don't conquer darkness by battling it. You simply turn on the light. In the same way, you don't conquer poverty by fearing it. You dissolve it by assuming abundance. Your assumption is the light. Keep your focus there, and the shadows disappear. Every day, remind yourself that life is responding to your inner movie. The outer events are only props rearranging themselves to match your belief. Don't be fooled by appearances. They are temporary. What is real is the state you occupy within. Choose that state wisely. Choose the one that feels like victory. If you want to accelerate this process, use your imagination during small moments of the day. While waiting in line, while showering, while walking. Replay your winning scene. Hear someone congratulating you. Feel their hug. See the sparkle in their eyes as they say, "You did it." Repetition is power. Each time you feel it, you reinforce the belief until it becomes second nature. Then creation is inevitable. There's no limit to what you can manifest when you understand this principle. It's not just about money, it's about mastery. It's about realizing that you are the dreamer of your reality. When you dream consciously, life becomes a mirror of your inner joy. You no longer react to the world, you direct it. You no longer chase, you attract. Even if nothing changes immediately, do not lose faith. The unseen world moves first. The roots grow before the flower appears. The invisible always precedes the visible. Persist in the feeling of fulfillment, and the manifestation must come. That is the law. That is how reality operates. So tonight, when you lay your head on the pillow, remember, you are not going to sleep as a beggar hoping for fortune. You are resting as the embodiment of wealth, peace, and power. You are giving your subconscious the blueprint of success. And as you sleep, it begins to construct it cell by cell, event by event, until you wake up in a world that reflects it perfectly. Let this truth settle deeply. You do not have to wait for the lottery numbers to prove you've won. You've already won the moment you feel it as real. You've already shifted timelines, already rewritten the script. Life must now rearrange itself to show you what you have dared to imagine. Sleep tonight as the person who already has everything. Walk tomorrow as the person who expects miracles. The world will mirror your certainty, because every dream, every fortune, every victory begins the same way, in the stillness of the night, in the silence of sleep, where imagination becomes reality and you, the dreamer, win while you sleep. So tonight, as you close your eyes, remember, life is not waiting to bless you. It is waiting for you to believe that you are already blessed. The power that creates worlds lives within your imagination, and it never sleeps. When you dare to feel rich before the evidence appears, when you dare to celebrate before the result arrives, the universe has no choice but to match your vibration. You are not hoping for the miracle. You are the miracle in motion. Sleep not as the one who wishes, but as the one who knows. Rest in the feeling that the winning ticket, the wealth, the success, the freedom, all of it is already yours. Because when you sleep in faith, you awaken in proof. The world must bend to the certainty of your assumption. You win the lottery of life the moment you stop waiting for chance and start creating through belief. Tonight, don't fall asleep to the old version of yourself. Fall asleep as the winner, the dreamer, the creator of abundance. For the one who feels rich within will always wake up in a world that proves it true.